Hey, it's Monday, September. Oh my God, it's not September. It's July. It's July 2020. Oh my God, I don't have it in me. Let's restart. Let's restart. Okay, let's try that again. It's Monday, July 28th, 2025, and I am about to finish editing this vlog that you're about to see. This vlog is from last summer into fall. I just didn't realize how much and how quickly time would pass on my bi-weekly vlog editing uploading schedule when there were so many things happening. So what I decided to do was kind of do like a fast-paced super vlog. So this one's gonna take you from August 2024 until sometime in October of 2024. And then hopefully after that, I'll have one more fast super vlog from October through the end of the year. And then we might just jump. Like there might be a jump into the future. There might be a jump closer to the present because this volume of my life is about over. There are a lot of changes that have happened in between January 2025 and right now. And I don't want to delay that too much. So there might be a time jump, which doesn't mean that all of the stuff that happened will go missing. It just means that it might come at weird times, or I might like take past things and put them into more recent vlogs. I don't really know. But anyway, thank you for coming back, or if it's your first time, thank you for being here for the first time. My name is David. I am, I don't know, vlogging. And I'm not entirely sure why I'm vlogging anymore, except that it is a creative outlet and pastime. And maybe I do know. There are some reasons why I'm vlogging. If you don't know, I am living in Tampa, Florida, so some of it is about life here in Tampa. I'm a college professor, so some of it's about being a college professor. And I actually do want to do a little more sit down. I want to do a few more sit down videos where I kind of talk about like what it required for me to become a college professor, because I didn't come from a background with parents who went to college, and I didn't have mentors who directed me towards this path. And so I kind of came into this haphazardly. And I know that there are people who come from similar backgrounds as I do, low income backgrounds, people of color who've been excluded from this kind of work for a long period of time, at least in PWIs. And so there's just like a lot of stuff that you don't know unless someone tells you. So I think I want to spend some time talking about that in the future. So if you're interested in hearing about that, I don't know, leave a comment. Anyway, you're here. The vlog is about to happen. It's a long one because I'm trying to capture several months within one video, but I think it's pretty efficient. I think the biggest thing on this one is that this was during the time that Hurricane Milton came into the Gulf Coast of Florida, and I had to evacuate my home. So a good deal of the time in this vlog is actually dedicated to what it was like to prepare to evacuate, to actually evacuate, to come back, and all of the stuff in between. But there's stuff that happens before it, and so you get to see, like I said, this vlog has been about life and work, and I haven't shown too much of work in the more recent vlogs. And so this one, because it's in August and it's at the start of the new academic year, you get to see a bit more of me at work in that one. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead. This has been a 5-minute intro, which is way too long. Thank you for tuning in. If you haven't already, subscribe. And also, you don't even have to like the vlog, but just press the like button anyway. All right, I'll see you on the other side of this, and hopefully you'll make it to the end. And honestly, you don't even have to watch the thing. You can just put it on your TV, your computer, your mobile device, and just let it play. How about that? I'm gonna stop now. This is getting awkward.
I can't believe we're dancing in the street. All I ever wanted was to get close to you. Now I'm burning up in your atmosphere. I can't feel my feet while we're dancing in the street in the neon light. Let the music on repeat all through the night.
It's Saturday, August something, and we are headed into Dick's Sporting Goods to see if we can find some rollerblades, which I have been wanting to get for quite some time. And I know based on the website inventory they don't have my size here, but they have his size here. So we're going to try to see if we can get some for him first, and then travel to another Dick's to get mine.
Hey, no second guessing, checking the review. Ain't looking back unless it's better.
We are at Dick's number 2. 2 Dick's. To find my rollerblades now. Decided to go rollerblading today after getting the skates yesterday. We're at Flatwoods Park in Hillsborough County. I don't know if this is technically Tampa or Wesley Chapel or Tampa Palms. I don't know, but the trail is really nice. There are a lot of like offshoot nature trails to walk on, but obviously with the skates we're staying on the gravel pavement, the asphalt, and it's also not too hot today. I think when we checked the temperature is around 86 degrees. But it's really nice out. Friday. If Monday is the 26th, it's the Friday before the 26th. And I am headed out now to meet CJ for dinner. We're going on the Craft, which is a riverboat that travels through, don't mind my background, that travels through Tampa along the Hillsborough River. And yeah, I'm gonna bring the mic with me. And I'm really looking forward to catching up because she's been waiting on me for a minute. Let me get in the car. But yeah, she's been waiting on me in my crazy schedule for over a month. So I'm glad that we're finally able to get this time together. Even though I am terribly tired. But I've never done the Craft dinner before, so we'll see how it is. I meant to remember to bring Lactaid with me. I hope I have some in the car. I should have some somewhere in the car. Because I think I saw a dessert on the menu that looks really good, but it's of course dairy. But yeah, that is the plan for this evening. It's been such a week. I have not picked up this camera since I got back from vacation, I think. And yeah. So this is the beginning of me trying to kind of catch up on things. So next week is the first week of classes. It's my goal was to start posting videos and to kind of track and trace these first couple of weeks. The part of the whole point of this vlog is to like give a behind the scenes look into the varied things that a professor does. And honestly, this week that I just had should have been on camera. From the various meetings to the administrative tasks to the programming to getting space ready, it's been a whirlwind. But I plan on recapping some of that narratively and then kind of showing what the results of all of this work has been over time. That being said, got a fresh haircut today. Happy, joy. It's been, I want to say 3 weeks, maybe almost 4 since I got it cut. So this was needed. But I kind of want to go rough on the face. So I haven't done anything with the very little facial hair that I grow. Because I kind of want to have I think my aesthetic is like put together, but something's a little off. I think it's like, it's cute, but it's not very manicured. I think that's my aesthetic. So, I believe that I will be picking this camera back up a little bit to kind of show the dinner situation, and then maybe I'll have like a review after. But until then, this is the beginning of fall 2024 semester. The calm, there is no calm before, like the storm is already here. This is the storming before the rest of the storm gets here.
See what's underneath my skin. I don't wanna feel you now, but I'm starting to figure out. Feeling like a
Memo to the bitch trying to cause disharmony between me and my husband. Greetings, ho. This is Kwanzaa. Gerata Renee Jackson at yahoo.com, aka Miss Prim and Proper at blackplanets.com, aka number one Ruse Boo at AOL.com, aka Love Tunnel at search.net, aka Mama's Pearl at soulsurvivor.net, aka Juicy Fruit 69 at socialserve.net, aka The One Who Will, aka Married for Real. It's 3:30 p.m. Saturday. Rue, my man who put the ring of eternal life on my third left hand, bended knee at the big water sprinkler fountain thing in the park when it was lit up with folks and kids and everybody clapped. I go to check my business and all his email pops up. Long story short, I chance upon correspondences. Emails, you silly bitch, between you and my husband, not my boyfriend or playmate just chilling on the low, or my off and on again, or we serious but ... No, not even we common law. No. My fucking husband. Legal like taxes and my foot up your ass.
Hello, David.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Oh. Hold it, Brian. The camera in my face.
Camera.
I'll say what?
Hey, yo, excuse.
Kelly up a shit, tell let your jeans drop. Can't release my stress now, take your shirt off. Kelly up a shit, tell let your jeans drop. Can't release my stress now, take your shirt off. Kelly up a shit, tell let your jeans drop.
We love hard work.
Yeah, you know, harder work necessary, but still.
I mean, you know, if we had whips and chains. Take it back to old
Two
times.
notches down.
I mean, I love to go play.
Once I pay off my student loans, I can get my plastic surgery.
Please.
Raquel's already mad at me. She's like, "Are you really?" I'm like, "Yes, bitch." You coming home just bandaged up. Yes.
So it's Friday, September 4th, I believe, and very early in the morning. Hence the swollen face. I cannot seem to ever wake up without looking like a puffy version of myself. I'm not going to the gym this morning. I'm going to go for a run at the park. Not because I want to, but because I need to. I'm going to make my way to campus to work today. I was going to work mostly from home, but I just received an important email that my PC on campus is going to be replaced today, which is fantastic because I can barely work on that thing. It's just so out of date and slow. So I need to make sure that I go there to remove all of my, transfer all of my files to Box. Oh my God. Before they arrive this afternoon to replace the computers. My baby. We have a new leaf. I don't remember when I started this fiddle leaf, but it is a child of the very large one that I bought many years ago. 2019. And that one keeps growing to the ceiling, so I keep taking pieces off of it. And this is one of those pieces, and it has a new leaf. I'm gonna repot it soon, give it a bigger home to live in. This one, I know is a newer, this is a newer cutting. So all of these leaves are, all of these leaves are from the original tree. So there isn't any new growth on here yet, but I know that the roots are growing because I think I started this one in water before I potted it. So I know that it has new roots that are growing under the surface. Anyway, I'm procrastinating. I want to go for a run.
Hey, I'm headed to campus now. It's around 10:16 a.m. and I got my run in and made it back home for a little breakfast, answered some emails, paid some bills, and trying to figure out why this car is moving so slow. But I have two major things that I want to get done today. One is a report to my department's undergraduate committee on some survey results that we pulled in from faculty to help us build out an assessment plan. I'm not going to bore you right now with the details of an assessment plan. Sir, you have to go. People like legit don't know how traffic circles work. This gentleman just literally just stopped. Okay, guys. Okay. I'm not gonna be road rageful. Anyway, we have to build out this assessment plan. It has to do with accreditation. It's a lot of, it can be paper pushing. It can be, but I'm not of the mind that it should be. I think assessments are a really important part of teaching and learning. And if we have to do it anyway, then I think that we should get the best bang for our buck and really put together a good assessment strategy that teaches us about the efficaciousness of our program. And that should be programs with an S, because we have multiple undergraduate degrees in our school. So anyway, that is what I'm working on. I've been undergraduate director. I think this is I want to say this is my 4th year, and I believe it is. It's a gig that I enjoy, but it takes a lot because no one teaches you how to do it, so you just have to figure it out. There's just a lot of things in academia. I don't think anybody teaches you how to be a department chair. People don't teach you how to write your first book. A lot of it is figuring stuff out. But this is definitely my wheelhouse because pedagogy has been something I'm trained in. It's just the administrative side of things and learning the bureaucracy, and even this whole assessment process for accreditation was brand new to me. What's my last little notes here? Yeah, then after that, we have the book signing tomorrow. The Institute is co-sponsoring. So we need to make sure that that is set up, like the physical space itself. So we'll be here this afternoon. And then I want to try to make it over to Clearwater. One of my former students is giving a talk related to his master's thesis. I'm really going to try to make it, but I don't know what time I'll get out of prepping for this event. And it's an hour drive, and it will be during rush hour. Good afternoon. It's Saturday, October. Wow. It's Saturday, October 5th. I'm headed to campus once again. Today is the day. We are celebrating the signing of Dr. John Smith's book, They Taught Me to Be the Man I Am, Mentors and Mentees. I attended the first book signing at Beulah Baptist in West Tampa a few weeks ago, and the Institute is co-sponsoring the book signing on campus this time. And Dr. John and Dr. Jewel, his wife, are two amazing, towering figures in the history of this university. He was the first Black dean of the College of Fine Arts, I believe it was called back then. And she was the founding director of the Institute. So this is, I hope, a kind of full circle moment for them where they can really feel appreciated for all that they have done to create this legacy. It is currently 1:27. The event starts at 2 o'clock, and I just have to say I'm so thankful that I have an amazing team of people working with me at the Institute this year, because I could not have pulled this off. I am clearly not the person who was there finalizing all of the minutia today, because I'm arriving now. It's the team. And so I gotta always shout them out, and we'll definitely be shouting them out publicly at the event today. It's been one kind of morning for sure, and it's even ever since yesterday, honestly, I've just been feeling like I've been on the go. And then some things came up this morning that I had to help someone out with. So I am pushing myself to my limits. But I'm gonna be there. I can see campus right ahead of me as I pass by Busch Gardens here, so I'm not gonna be too behind. But yeah, I have to give the welcome, and I really slept on how I wanted to do this, and I hope it goes over well. I'm not the kind of person who does a good job making an audience laugh. Like, I can get a few chuckles when I'm teaching, and that's mostly because students are kind and I've built rapport with them. I'm not a particularly funny person on the spot. Goofy, yes. Silly, yes. Amusing, yes. Awkward, yes. But funny, no. And so I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to be a little funny. We'll see how it goes. But I'm also gonna keep it very brief, because I'm standing in the way of people and food. So I am not headed into campus. I was at the turn to go into it, and my program coordinator called and asked if I was on campus, and I said I'm about to turn in, but what's up? The caterer forgot to bring tongs for serving, and we need tongs. So I am hitting up the Dollar Tree right now to grab those, but this seemed to have worked out in an okay way. Even though I wanted to be there earlier, this is less of a convenience for me to be already off campus, and already it just would have taken a little while longer to do this if I was on campus because of the geography of it all. But yeah, so whatever, everything is fine. Everything is fine.
What up? What up? What up? Brooklyn, New York. Excuse me, New Jersey.
That's a drag.
Yeah.
This is your captain speaking. Please prepare for a final descent into Tampa, Florida. Tampa, Florida.
Sunday. Yes, Sunday, October 6th. Went to the Nicki Minaj concert last night. No comment. Today, got a somewhat slow start to the morning. I'm gonna put away some dishes and put away my, what's that thing called? The vacuum mop floor thing. I have to put the attachments back on it. And then gonna go try to shoot some footage. It's rainy out. We're expecting Hurricane Milton to come later this week, but right now we just have tropical moisture all over the state of Florida, or at least this corner of the state of Florida. So it's gonna be rainy for the next couple days, which I don't mind. I don't mind gray, cloudy, rainy days because we get so much sunshine, which is also not a bad thing, but it can become very monotonous. So we were hoping when we planned this 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago that we would be downtown shooting some urban video footage, my friend Shawnette and I, as we both want to experiment with these cameras a bit. But when we saw the forecast, it's like shooting urban photography doesn't make sense on a rainy day. Not with these cameras, which aren't weatherproof. So we're going to go to Midtown Tampa and do some shooting there. We have a human subject, Dexter, who is a stylist and has a really creative eye and put together a dope fit for a fashion event he went to earlier this week, but didn't shoot any content for it. So we're also gonna use him as a subject and he'll use us as free videographers. So that's the plan. Gonna mostly chill after that for the rest of the day, do a little bit of grocery shopping to pick up some stuff for dinner. But really hoping to take it easy after that and just relax at home. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean. Good morning, Scholar. It's 10:17, Tuesday, October 8th. I'm in Tampa and about to make some breakfast for myself. I have some bacon already starting to fry. I'm gonna make some grits. Huge fan of making grits from like just regular cornmeal and not doing quick grits because the creamy texture you're able to get from a slow cooked grit is superior. And because the university is closed, it gives me time to actually make a good breakfast for myself. So using some lactose-free milk because we can't process lactose. There we go. And I'm gonna make some eggs. I woke up around 8 o'clock and spent my early morning hours working, kind of. I just had like an idea in my head for a research project, and I wanted to kind of test the waters on it. So I did that this morning, which involved reading a couple journal articles, not reading them in their entirety, but starting to look through them. And looking at a few, I actually read through a full book chapter. I think the book was Righteous Propagation. I think it was published in 2004, can't remember. But chapter 2 of that book
And then I started looking through some of the footnotes on it. And I have the ideas in my head now about what this project could be. I'm thinking of like short essay piece, but I have so many other projects in my head, and executing one is just going to be a challenge given all the other work that needs to get done. I am watching the weather, the news right now because the arrival of Hurricane Milton is imminent. The current expectation is that it will be here Tuesday. What's today? Tuesday? It'll be here late Wednesday night or early Thursday morning. So we're still a good ways away from landfall, 36 hours or so. And I am watching the track of the storm very closely. If the storm tracks a little further north or at the mouth of Tampa Bay, I'm going to evacuate. I'm going to drive out to Kissimmee, which is also going to get hurricane force winds, but hopefully there's less of a chance of power outages. I don't know. They're in the same kind of hurricane warning color on the map that we are here in the Tampa Bay region. If the storm tracks further south of Tampa Bay, that means we'll get a little less of the worst side of the storm, and I may decide to ride it out. But I will make that determination later this evening. I just checked Google Maps. So yesterday, the evacuation routes were absolutely red on here. And right now, if I were to drive to Kissimmee, it would take an hour and 20 minutes. That's about average. So it's about 5:08 p.m. and I kept myself busy doing some work today. But now it's time to start checking back in. I've done some intermittent checking on the storm, and so far it seems that it has wobbled a bit off the expected track. Its norm has moved a little further south. It looks to be on right now a more easterly path than a north-northeast path that would bring it directly into Tampa Bay. But of course, all of that can change. So I'm going to try to find some spaghetti models and see where the norm is looking now. Like I said, last time it was a little further south. It was more in the Sarasota area, which would pull water out of the Gulf or out of Tampa Bay rather than push it in. But again, water is not my main concern because I don't live very close to the water. I do live relatively close to a river, but I don't think that is going to flood this part. Well, you know what? Who knows? Because we just saw with Helene in Asheville. We'll see. But I'm not super duper concerned about that. I do want to get a better eye on what has transpired throughout the day, though. So I'm going to tune in to some videos and maybe check the live wobble tracker as well. My plan is to make a decision by 8 p.m. I will still have time in the early morning hours to make a different decision. By early morning, I mean pretty damn early to make a different decision. I'm going to pack a bag so that I am ready to go if I need to go. I can just make a split-second decision. I am going to do a little bit of cleaning and probably move some items away from the windows. I have some like glassware and things that are close to windows that in the event that something blows out, that won't be a concern. And I think the last thing I want to do is cut off any unnecessary power, small appliances, unplug TVs, things like that. I'm going to keep, the internet, Wi-Fi on. In case the power does not go out, I should be able to at least check on things in the house and at the neighborhood, which reminds me I should probably adjust the cameras. I'll probably have some dinner. What I need to do is take a shower. So I'm gonna try to do all of that stuff and then take a nice shower and lay down and relax and decompress. It's been a lot of stress and anxiety anticipating this storm. Don't necessarily sleep easy when you know something like this is coming. So I just need to take a moment and, check in with my body and all of that. So that's the current plan. I will check in later when more decisions are made.
Hey, it's still Tuesday. It's around 9:30 p.m. The roads are clear. I decided to evacuate. The storm is actually still tracking further south in Tampa Bay, so the risk of storm surge is decreasing. There will still be storm surge, but the height of it looks like might be decreasing if the storm remains on its current track. We're still expecting those hurricane force winds, still expecting power outages and trees down. If we're on the northern side of this storm, we're also going to be expecting a lot more rain than in the previous forecast. There are a lot of reasons why I could have sheltered in place, including like my home is prepped in terms of supplies that I would need to survive without power for a couple of days. A charcoal grill and stuff like that. A stocked pantry. But I had a sense that my person did not want to ride out this storm alone. So I am making the drive to spend at least the next day, possibly the next 2 days, sheltered in place together. Around 3 or 3:30 p.m. and the storm has not yet made landfall, but out here in the Orlando area, it has been raining consistently now, and the wind gusts are starting to come up a bit. But it's still very light, still very regular thunderstorm vibes.
When they chewing and they gum and talking.
Hey, how you doing, man?
What time is it?
It's 10:07 p.m.
Is it really?
Yes.
When did that happen?
The storm has made landfall south of Tampa Bay, which means that people in Bradenton and Sarasota are probably going to be having a rough time. Some of my folks have power outages now. There's still power at my home. We are making a late dinner. It's probably my fault because I eat so late. But we're looking at we're gonna do the salmon, making some grits, and we're gonna add some broccoli with it. It's gonna be very tasty. It's Thursday. The storm has passed. I'm here in Kissimmee with Dexter. I know that my power is out at home. I know that my internet is out. But I don't know the rest of the conditions. I'm pretty sure there was no flooding in my neighborhood, but last time I checked the power outage map, there were thousands of people or homes without power in the area. It's a little windy here last night, lots of rain. There's some brush out in the, not in the water, in the yard. But other than that, very minimal effects over here so far. How did you survive?
Who?
You.
Oh, hi. It was so. It was not scary because we were asleep by the time everything happened. We woke up around like 3-something to the violent news.
Come on, Violent.
It was very aggressive. But when I woke up this morning at like, I kid you not, like 7, it was clear skies. Sun was peeking out a little bit. And it seems like a beautiful day. We're still
Ow.
Sorry.
That's how you be winning. Be causing injuries.
With all power outages?
Mm-hmm. Good boy. Good boy. It's going. Oh, well, that's good. I just finished my workout and traffic is still as bad as it was. It took me 30 minutes to get to the gym from your place, and it would take another hour and 45 minutes to get to my home. Because there's traffic where it always is around Lakeland. So I feel like right now it's already almost 2 o'clock. I won't get there till 4. So I'm just not gonna make the drive. But I am walking into the grocery store now to pick up some stuff for dinner. Just wanted to make sure I wasn't, that you didn't already have plans for dinner. Okay. How do you feel about meatloaf? Okay. Then I will grab some stuff. Yeah, it's like an Asian style meatloaf. So it has like a sweet and spicy sauce on it. Yeah. All right then. What time do you get off? Okay. It's Friday, October 11th. I am still not home. Marco was gracious enough to drive by my house last night and check it out. And oh, I hate it over here. Traffic is a But Marco was gracious enough to check on my home, sent me a couple pictures. Doesn't look like any real damage. The power is definitely out. And I realized and learned that I did not purchase a battery to go along with my solar panels. So while they do provide power to my house while the grid is up, without the battery, they won't provide power to the house while the grid is down. It's like all of these gas stations are also out of gas. But yeah, I wanted to do that today. Being on the road for that long just seemed really unreasonable, and everybody is saying that the situation on the ground is not great. That I think the mayor said 65% of traffic lights aren't working. I just don't see it. If I could get there in an hour or an hour and 10, I would do it. But I guess I'll wait and see tomorrow morning what it looks like, what traffic looks like. Trying to take it easy here and not add to the stress by stressing over work when technically work is closed. So that's where my head is at. I'll check in later. We are, oh wait, what's today? Today's Saturday. I think it's October 11th or 12th. And we're about to go hang out in Orlando, I think. Some kind of jazz in the park thing. And I have not made it back home to Tampa yet. A couple friends have checked on property for me and everything seems to be standing. Obviously, I need to get back soon to clear out my refrigerator and freezer because the power has been out for several days now. The traffic was just so bad yesterday getting back into Tampa that I couldn't justify making the drive. So I am I'm gonna make the drive probably tomorrow in the morning, check things out, clean things up, and it looks like power may not be back on until Tuesday or Thursday of next week, so I'll probably be hanging out here for a while. The university is still making decisions about when to resume things, but it looks like classes will be asynchronous on Monday, which means that the one class I'm teaching this semester will not be meeting. So I have to strategize around that. This week we were supposed to go to the library. Special Collections was going to teach the students how to access the materials, and we're going to really start doing archival research for the course in earnest at this point. But looks like we'll have to figure out timing on that. And that is the gist of what's going on. We just made it out here. I think it's a little after 5 p.m. So this concert is apparently including folks like Kool in the Gang, which I'm looking forward to. Waiting for the crew so I can go to the bathroom. But it's a really nice day out. And we just finished up eating at a place called, I think, Cielitos. I forgot the exact name of it, but it's in Apopka, I think. And it was okay. The drinks were good, but I had a bowl, some kind of bowl. It was not great. I did get the street tacos, and those were good. But yeah, I'm just ready to, I don't know, find a seat after I use the restroom and enjoy the rest of the evening. Check in later.
They call me Alan. Sometimes they call me Gamma. Some of y'all might know about that. So nice to be out here. We got any Sagittarius in the house? That's a lot. I got a birthday coming up. December 8th. Anybody with me? Yeah. Let me out with something. Let it go.
This is actually still cold. I feel it. Yeah. So that's good. I mean, it didn't spoil too bad. Yeah. But yes, so I recorded this video before I left with this coin on top of the ice. And now it's under. So we know that this has fallen below freezing. Residential education. They basically over housing. So, Dexter is eating jerk chicken.
Yes, jerk turkey.
Jerk turkey. I had jerk chicken. And we are back on the road. I forget the name of this place we went to. It's a food truck.
Honestly, it's been really good.
It's jerk chicken, mac and cheese, collard greens, cornbread, rice and peas, plantains. I think it was like, I can't remember the price now, $13 maybe? I don't know. But I think it's B&G or B&R or B&J Island Kitchen. They are at Bush and 56th in the Publix parking lot.
Anyway, well, we had quite the work to do, but we did it. And I feel so sad for my boo. He had to clean out his whole refrigerator and his freezer. Like, and if you know this man, you know that they were both full, and like, he cooks a lot. But it made me sad to see him have to do it. So I just was like, let me just do with the outside stuff because I don't want to be inside. It was stressful.
Well, it worked out. It was not terrible to have to clean it out. But traffic lights are still not working everywhere. Or it's not working in all places, so we have to treat these intersections like four-way stop signs, which is a challenge for Florida drivers. They don't always seem to understand. How that works. But it's a beautiful day. And we're headed out. Bye. It's Monday, October 14th. Hi, Dexter.
Oh, hi.
Anyway, we're catching up on the Big Brother finale.
Welcome to part one
We're
of
late.
the final three-part head of
Because
household
of
competition. This
neither
makes
one of us.
the
We
winner
just don't want.
the winner of
We just didn't want to
Well,
catch it
automatically
live
advance
because then we would have to wait through
and more
commercials and all of the
shut down
other stuff.
Ainsley's power source.
But we're hanging out. We just had a great dinner, which was what kind of salad? Like an Asian salad?
Mm-hmm.
David, what is that on my pillow? Is that
Oh my
salad on my
God.
pillow? He got salad on my pillow.
They're just the dried cranberries. No stings.
It's so annoying.
No
He
stings.
said no stings.
It's clean. It's clean.
It's clean. But yeah, we are hanging out. We just had salad. Sawyer is over there looking crazy. And then he's huffing and puffing. It's so annoying. What? What's the problem? Did you take him out? Mm-hmm.
I let him pee.
Oh,
I haven't
yeah.
taken him for a walk yet.
He'll be alright.
But he went out with Chase.
Oh, okay.
Happy Tuesday, Scholar. Eating some dried apricots. Finally headed back to Tampa. I have internet and power restored at my home. I have some things that I need to handle related to the house because of the damage caused by the storm. Lost a little bit of the aluminum, I don't know what it's called, the area between the soffit and the roof was torn off. So I need to contact a roofing company about that. I'm feeling a little under the weather. Once I get back, which will be in about an hour and 10 minutes after I get this gas, I'm gonna hunker back down, get some more done, try to make a few phone calls, and handle life and work at the same time. This recovery from the storm has been just one of the oddest situations. Because it's like everyone's trying to get back to normal. Well, not everyone, but the institution is trying to get back to normal. But everybody is in a different situation. Some people are good and ready to go, never lost any power, don't have any damage to worry about. Other people are at their wits' end. And that's not even accounting for the differences in student experiences. The fact that I'm just getting back home, what can I expect from other people, But here we are. We're gonna grab some gas and get on the road. Okay, I'm still on the road. It's 1:30. I am in traffic, of course, because it's I-4. But it's almost cleared up according to Google Maps. So I just finished watching a 36-minute video here on YouTube called "The Marketing of Suburbia Was a Lie. Here's How We Can Fix It." It's on Freethink's channel. I'll try to remember to post a link in the description or with one of those card things or informational things. But I found it very interesting. It was an interviewer and two academics, one from New York, one from Georgia, talking about the history of suburbia, how it came to be, what the dreams of it were, and how it has fallen into obsolescence. And I think they said something like 70% of households in suburbia now are empty nesters, baby boomers, which is, that's, if I remember that correctly, 70% is huge. And of course, like we all know, millennials have waited a longer time to start having children, so haven't had the need to get into these larger homes. Now you have these empty nesters who want to be in smaller, downsized places, but they're also the same folks on the planning boards that prevented adjustments to suburbia's landscape in order to accommodate different types of zoning for smaller homes and different types of development or tearing down development. But this was a very interesting and informative video, and I'd recommend anyone to watch it to think about some of the challenges we face in terms of American infrastructure, but also like the possibilities that exist if we are willing to reimagine what we have done. I think towards the beginning of the video they said something along the lines of if we took just 25% of the parking lot spaces in America, or maybe it was specifically suburban America, and put two-story housing on them, like 2 levels, maybe like, you know, one household lives on the bottom, another household lives on the top kind of development, it would solve America's housing crisis for the next 50 years. Just 25% of parking lot space. And the reality is so much parking lot space just sits empty most of the time. I think that's amazing, and it would be dope if we had the political will to do something about it. Because I don't like suburbia. When I was, I'm a child of urban America, and when I was growing up, I idealized suburbia a lot. I was like, oh my God, it's green, it's clean, it's less noisy, everybody has their own space, blah, blah, blah. And really thought that I was gonna, you know, aspire to be a suburbanite when I got older. But when I entered into my 20s, I was like, no, I grew up in the Northeast, or the Mid-Atlantic, so like I enjoy the accessibility of everything. We walked, I caught the public bus to school during middle school. I caught the train to college and back, the Northeast Corridor, shout out to New Jersey Transit. I was on the train pretty often. So public transit, walkability, access to green spaces, access to restaurants that aren't just chain restaurants, access to bars and clubs, and like all of the stuff that made my 20s like fun and easy enough to navigate without having a lot of money. I can't imagine living in suburbia. And I think, you know, I was really thinking about this because I'm driving from Kissimmee to Tampa, and Kissimmee is suburb. It is suburb. And I was just thinking about the differences in the experiences of being in these two places. And I really can get to most of what I need, if not everything of what I need on everything of what I need on a daily basis in Tampa within 10 to 15 minutes. And that's considering the fact that Tampa is not exactly an urban paradise. Like, it still requires me to get in my car where I live. When I first moved here, I lived downtown in Channelside, and that was before it developed into what it is now, so I still had to leave the neighborhood to get groceries and things like that. But it was a lot easier. I was able to, like, my doctor's office was literally a block away. My dentist's office was 2 blocks away. There was a bar and restaurant downstairs, or multiple restaurants. The Riverwalk was just across the street, so I was able to get like the beauty of the water and be able to exercise and catch the streetcar to Ybor for hanging out. Like, it was that's the kind of urban living that I like and still like, and it's completely different than what I thought I would aspire to, because the image of suburbia was that it's, you know, it's clean and it's less noisy and there's less crime and but like, there's a lot of crime in suburbia. It's hidden. There's a lot of dissatisfaction in suburbia, and there are people who are very happy with it, but I wouldn't be one of those people. I think another thing they mentioned here was like, suburbia has a lot of health issues because of the sedentary lifestyle and the commutes, for example, what I'm doing right now, but also chronic loneliness. They said chronic loneliness is like smoking. I may have gotten this wrong, watch the video, but I think they said like 20 cigarettes a day, something like that, or maybe it was a lot. I don't want to say 20 packs because that sounds insane, but they might have said 20 packs, but 20 something cigarettes a day, chronic loneliness. And they said that this most often impacts teenagers and the elderly, basically two populations of people that don't have access to cars, like they can't drive themselves rather. And so America is the landscape of America is huge, and I think that a lot can be done to make it better than what it is. I'll leave that there. Anyway, I am maybe a little over 10 minutes away from home now, so there's another video I wanted to listen to, The Rise of Tech Layoffs it's on CNBC's YouTube channel. It is long, it's about 41 minutes, so I'm not going to finish the whole thing right now, but I'm just going to get it started because it seems interesting. And I actually do have to make a call for a meeting in 5 minutes, so. Alright, so when I was here to check on the house Sunday, there was one thing inside the house that was very disturbing. It was a collection of dead ants. And I know that ants and other kinds of insects get very active indoors after storms. But when I walked up the stairs, I just saw on this windowsill like a terrible amount of them. So I vacuumed it up and then sprayed some pesticide. But I'd already seen them coming back in, which is why I decided to spray the pesticide. But they were all dead when I got here. And I don't know why they have come inside to die. But anyway, this is what it looks like now. So it's been 2 days since I cleaned them up. And they're back, but there are fewer of them than there were before. Don't mind my window. I need to wash it because I got pesticide all over the window when I was spraying. But a little something to discuss to you. Just ants on ants. Some of them were like flying ants. So I'm going to go ahead and vacuum these up. And hopefully that's the end of it. Because if there are fewer of them now than there were when I came on Sunday, then maybe we have stopped the trend. This is the part of the aluminum part of the roof that was torn off by the storm. So, gotta get that fixed. Okay, I'm taking a little break. I am looking at emails. Yeah, I needed to vacuum the floor after cleaning up the ant situation. I had a lot of debris from tracking in and out of the house while we were doing the cleanup outside. So there was some of that, and then there was stuff from the fridge because I had, wiped all of the stuff out of the fridge before putting all the shelving back together. Adjustment back after the storm is difficult, and that's not, discounting the greater difficulties that other people are facing. But it does take even with the kind of relatively minimal disruption that I had, it still takes a while to get things back to, I don't know, something that approximates normalcy. I don't even want to call it normal because it ain't. I have a few more things I want to get done around the house. I think I've fully decided that I am not making it to the gym today. I don't have the motivation, and I have plenty to keep me busy here. So I want to do that instead. I do want to show one thing. While we were at the Heart and Soul event in Apopka, there were a couple vendors there, all Black-owned companies. And oh my God, I left my, okay, they had some really good candied pecans. I'm not from the South, so I say pecans, but I'm in the South now, so it's pecans, whatever. One of them was Sweet Heat, so good, and the other one was caramel, I think, delicious. I think I left them in Dexter's car. But I also got something from an artist. Let's see if I can find Eye of Joy. Eye of Joy. I'm gonna see if I can find her Instagram real fast. Yes. So at Eye of Joy, amazing artist and illustrator. So I got a couple prints from her that really stood out to me. She had some other pieces that I thought were fantastic. And this one, it's a big one. And I have glare on it, but I hope you can get a sense of what you're looking at. Beautiful piece. The title of the piece is I Am Enough. It's a very nice size. I love the way that she does colors. A lot of her pieces I saw had these high contrasts with these complementary colors like orange and blue, and it just makes it pop so beautifully. But I love this piece. I love having representations of dark skin in my home, because we see around us all the time images of people who don't share our complexions and hair textures and all of that. And that can be it's almost like when you're on social media and maybe, well, not almost like, I think more people can relate to this. When you're on social media and the algorithm is constantly pushing certain types of images, certain types of body types, certain types of hair textures and skin tones, and it can really have a negative effect on your own self-image, even if it's just like, oh, I wish my body looked like that, or I wish that I could lose this weight, or I wish I could put on this mask. It can be very damaging to your self-image, and I think it's important to, especially in our homes, have art that speaks to who we are and how we would like to see ourselves represented more broadly. And so throughout my home, I have a lot of art. I'm like looking around. There's a piece right here. There's a piece over there. There are two pieces up there. There's a piece right here. There's another piece above there. There's two pieces back there. In my other room, I have, I don't know, somewhere between 8 and 9 pieces hanging. In my office, I have maybe 4 or 5 pieces. I have at least one in my bedroom, 1 or 2 in one of the guest rooms. And the piece that you probably saw for the first time when I was going up the stairs. But I found randomly at, I think, a TJ Maxx or a Ross or something. But anyway, just wanted to share these and shout out at Eye of Joy
on Instagram. Very, like, just enjoyed talking with her for the brief time that we did talk. And I'm really happy that I was able to get these pieces while I was at the festival. So let me get back to looking over these emails. And after that, I'm going to resume taking care of things around the house. Ideally, at some point, I'll make it to the grocery store to stock some basic things back into the fridge, like eggs. Maybe I'll also make it out to a thrift store or something to find a frame for this later this week. But I think for the most part, restocking my food is just gonna be as time goes. A lot of how my refrigerator gets full is through the different recipes that I use, and so I think the times will come when I'm like, okay, I need to get X, Y, and Z for this recipe, and once I have it, it'll be in there for a while. But, all right, let's get back to it.